Hi everyone, I'm Leslie Kale Villarreal with another great addition to my studio from our friends at AutoFry.com. Here I'd like to tell you about the reliable 5000 CJ 2.5 liter steam cleaner. It's a professional grade steam cleaner and it's really meant to work in a busy jewelry shop or a front counter where you're continuously cleaning jewelry for those clients who have dirty stuff. And you know, it should last you every day for years to come. It's a professional grade steamer. It's going to be great to have in my studio because a lot of times I use wax to hold my stones in place while I'm setting, and with the steam cleaner I can steam out the wax and all of the polishing compound and everything all in one. Some things you can't put in an ultrasonic, and that's where the steam cleaner comes in really handy. Once the stones are set, of course, I like to take it over to the steam cleaner and then steam the gunk out of it. So I'm going to show you how this works, but I'd just like to tell you a little bit about it. It's 8 3/4 inches wide, 14 inches high, and 11 inches deep, and it weighs about 13 pounds. It's got a little handle on it so that when you need to transport it, you know, maybe over to your sink, you can do that. You want to be really careful when you're filling it up and attaching everything. So I'm going to show you how all that works. But I just first want to mention that this has a 50 psi on it. So 50 psi is the pressure that it goes up to, and the temperature reaches up to 221 degrees Fahrenheit or 105 degrees Celsius, and it heats up in less than 15 minutes. So in 15 minutes you turn it on and you're good to go. It also has this handy low water light, so when the water is low, it'll let you know. When it heats up to the right temperature, the boiler light will go off as it is now, and the steam light will be on. To activate the steam, all you do is press this little guy, that's your foot pedal, and it releases the steam. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about putting it together and filling the water, and then we're going to steam out some jewelry. I'm going to show you a few of the functions on it now. When you first get it, you'll have to screw this little piece on. It just comes right off, and it's the steam valve. So you'll simply just put that on there and make sure it's nice and tight and there's no play in it, and then you're good to go there. This piece, this gray piece in the back, will also need to be attached. It's the electrical cord. This piece right here is simply just a snap-in piece. Very easy to put on. It also comes with this cool little measuring device so that you can see how much water is in it. It's really important to never overfill your steamer. And I'm going to talk to you about that in just a second. And it also comes with this nice little blue funnel so that you can put it in there to fill it up. The first time you get it, you're going to want to open up the cap and put 2.5 liters of water in it. And I recommend you use distilled, though the manual says tap or distilled. Anytime you're using distilled, you'll keep your machine cleaner longer and you won't have to clean the crud out of it quite so often. But running vinegar through it is a great way to clean it up, just like your coffee pots and things like that. I believe that's all in the manual. But when the first time you fill it, you'll put in 2.5 liters of water measured in a container and fill it up. And when you get the water in there, you just want to make sure that you've got the right amount and it's not overfilled. So what you do is you take the straw down and you put your finger on top, and as you bring it up, you look at the red display here. There's a red side that's for different models. The steamers have different settings. So for the red one, it says 2.5 liters, and if you can see, my fill line is just above the 2, so it's at 2.5. So that way you know you're not overfilling it. In the morning, if you have a really busy shop, it's a good idea to top it off and just keep it full of water all the time so you don't run out. It has about 4 hours of steam in it, okay? So if you're going to be using more than that, you're going to want to make sure that you fill it up every morning. For someone like me, that I probably use this a few times a week, I don't need to refill it every day, but I always will check the water when I come in to make sure that it's full, okay? So, and to check it, same thing. You just put it down and you can look in there, and if you've got less than you're supposed to have, you can simply add a liter, and you can tell by the marks on your straw how short you are, if you're a few cups or whatever, and you can just fill it right up. And make sure anytime you take this cap off, always make sure you put it on nice and tight, because pressure builds up in these machines and you don't want anything popping out. So just to keep everything nice and safe, You want to make sure that you never ever take that cap off unless this machine is nice and cool. So wait till it's turned off and all the lights are off and it's cool to the touch. The PSI will be back to 0 and it'll be safe to refill it. Usually I think, like I said, the first time in the morning before you start is the best time to refill it because it won't be hot. Okay? All right, so now I'm just going to demonstrate how to use it. So I'm going to turn on the boiler and then I'm going to turn on the steam. And when this little dial gets to about 50, it's ready to go. So it only takes 15 minutes for it to fully heat. So now you can see the boiler light has gone off. My PSI gauge is up to 50 and it's ready for steaming, and I'm going to show you how to use it now. So when I'm steaming jewelry, I like to wrap, if you don't have any coated pliers or tongs, I just wrap some electrical tape around a pair here. I'm going to hold on to my ring securely, and I'm going to make sure that I have the steam that comes out. There's a lot of water, so you don't want to make a mess in your studio. So you always want to hold something underneath it and steam into that container, and that way it will catch all the water and not make a mess in your studio. To use it, it's all hands-free. You step on the pedal like I'm about to do. And you can steam out your jewelry. You want to clean it with a nice soft cloth, and it'll just, especially if it's diamonds, whoo, diamonds, it only takes a couple of seconds to get a really, really beautiful, clean piece of jewelry using the steamer. So I really recommend you get one. If you don't have any kind of a steam cleaner in your studio, this is a great one. It's not terribly expensive, and like I said, it should last you a long time. It only takes a second to get all of the gunk out. It works really, really amazing, and that you won't even believe how clean they are. It really is a great little unit. At the end of the day, you'll turn off all your valves and you'll leave it and it'll be just fine. Now, this is not a toy. Make sure your children are not around. The steam unit can get, it can be very dangerous. Make sure you don't have any pets or anything near this thing because you don't want them to get steamed. I will tell you though that the steam, I can hold my hands under here and this distance doesn't really burn me or anything. But if I had it really close, with my unit up to the blast, right up to the nozzle, trying to clean out my piece, it does get hot up there. Like I said, it gets up to 105 Celsius or 200 degrees Fahrenheit. So you don't want to get burned, all right? So anyway, I don't think it's a problem. I've never experienced my hands getting hot at all. But it's a great little unit. It'll keep your rings sparkly shiny. So I highly recommend it. The reliable 5000 CJ Jewelry Steam Cleaner has a 1-year factory warranty with a lifetime factory warranty on the tank. You can get service available at the factory or services available at the Auto Fry Repair Department in Oakland, California. So if you want to find out more about this, go to autofry.com and visit our friends there, and they'll be happy to help you with the details on the reliable 5000 CJ. And if you want to learn more about me, visit me at my website, lesliekalevillarreal.com, for online classes and more free tutorials. Thanks for watching. Peace out and have a beautiful day. Keep making pretty shiny things. Check out my friends at autofry.com and find the perfect deal for you and start saving today.